I'm John Claiborne from the Bashful Puppet blog, and we're building a prairie dog puppet right now, and I'm having to make some videos to kind of fix a mistake I made in some earlier videos. We've been working on this exact puppet, and as you can see, he's already finished, but I had a problem when I recorded this segment on how to build the foam. The audio was turned off, so I got video with no sound. So I'm having to go back and remake this puppet, or at least the body section of the puppet. So what we're going to use in this segment, we'll just need the pattern and the which is these pieces of cardboard that I have written the name of the piece, and some reticulated foam and a Sharpie marker. That's all you need for this segment. And what I've done here, and let's see if I can back the camera up a little bit so you can see everything I've got here. As you can see, I've laid it out so that I can use the foam as efficiently as possible. All the pieces except one are just laid out and used as they are. We've got the mouth palette, which there will be an assembly video where I'll show you how to work with that. It gets traced on. The foam layer for the bottom jaw gets traced on. I have a piece for the top of the prairie dog's head, a piece for the belly. Each one of those by themselves aren't enough, so I have a filler piece which will be for the top of the head. It will fit in there, something like that. And then I have a filler piece for the bottom, which goes in there. And these are the pieces that go in to making the puppet. Now, I'd like to just show you the main section for the body piece. This is that piece of the pattern, but you need to trace it on. Just trace it on and then flip it over. Line up the edge. The reference line is here, so that it lines up perfectly, and then trace it out again. Then when you cut it, this center line you don't cut down. You just cut on the outside. Also, there's a reference line here. You see a curved line in. It's a couple inches down from the end. You'll need to scribe that line in here and here. This will be a reference line for putting in that top piece for the head, so you know exactly where to put that. And that is all of the foam pieces that you're going to need for this. So what's going to happen next is I'm going to cut the foam out. We're using reticulated foam for this build. I like that because it's more durable, and also because it you can't see it probably, but there's holes, and if you pour water on this, water will run right through it. It's great because when you're using it, it doesn't hold the moisture that comes out of you when you sweat, which is a good thing because it breathes really well. One thing that's going to need to happen is this round piece for the mouth. That's going to get dyed red. I'll bring in the puppet here. You notice this is red? Well, that's just the foam, and I dyed it red. So I'm going to cut this out, and in the next segment I'm going to show you how to dye this red. Very simple process, but if you don't follow the instructions, it can make it a little more complicated than it has to be. Then we're going to take and apply contact adhesive to this so that we can start gluing it together. So that's what we have right now. Cut out these pieces. Next segment, show you how to dye the mouth palette, and then we'll begin assembly. Alright, well, for the Bashful Puppet blog, this is John Claiborne, and happy puppet building.